Hey guys, what is up? MTG Nerds back at you with another video. In today's video, I have the CHANDRA Pyromancer, or Bold Pyromancer Planeswalker deck, or short CHANDRA Planeswalker deck. This is from the Dominaries set. It has a deck box, a 60 card deck, and 2 booster packs with Dominaria. So I also have the Terrafi Planeswalker deck, so if you're interested in seeing that one, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned because that will be out soon as well, and then I will have a video of them playing against each other. So right now we're going to open this. So I think this is going to be a 4 video segment. So we're going to have this opening, Terrafi opening, which is better in terms of price and what you get more bang for your buck, and then which is better in terms of gameplay. So let's crack this open. So yeah. So as I'm opening this here, these are meant for mainly new players looking to learn to play the game. So yeah, just keep that in mind. These decks aren't anything great, anything like super powerful that are like tournament ready, but they're definitely fun to fool around with if you have a buddy to play with you. So here I had the CHANDRA Bold Pyromancer foil. Looks like it's got a little ding on the corner there, but that's alright. So we'll put that back there, and we're just going to go over the deck list. Oh, actually, I'll show you the Planeswalker first. So it's a 6 mana for a CHANDRA, and it has 5 loyalty counters. Its +1 is add 2 red mana. CHANDRA Bold Pyromancer does 2 damage to target player. -3 is CHANDRA Bold Pyromancer does 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and CHANDRA -7 CHANDRA Bold Pyromancer deals 10 damage to target player and each creature and planeswalker they control. So as you can tell, that is good for a burn deck. I actually have not looked at the cards. I assume it's more of a burn deck than anything, but so here is the deck box. Got the cool Planeswalker single, CHANDRA logo, and just some stuff down there. And open this. So, and in this you get, let's just, might as well, right? Close it up, put it back there. Sorry if you hear anything in the background, that's my bad. So you have a couple reference sheets for beginners. This is the deck, and these are the 2 packs. We'll open those at the end. I'm going to tilt you guys down here. There we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, so, looking at the actual deck here. So, we're just going to go through and look at the deck. So, we have a CHANDRA's Outburst. Let's make sure let's tilt it up just a tiny bit. There we go. CHANDRA's Outburst. Sorry about the background noise. 5 mana, sorcery. CHANDRA's Outburst deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Search your library and or graveyard for a card named CHANDRA Bold Pyromancer. So the planeswalker in the back there. Reveal it and put it in your hands. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. So that's a pretty good card. Alright, legendary creature, Marwyn the Neutral. 3 mana. Whenever another elf enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on this card, and tap it and add green mana equal to to Marwyn's power. That's actually a pretty good card. I would consider playing that in an actual deck of mine. And we have another CHANDRA's Outburst. So 2 of those. Gilded Lotus, 5 mana for add 3 mana of any one color. So that's a pretty good card. Llanowar Elves. So obviously this looks like a mana ramp deck as well. So Llanowar Elves, 1 green, and it can tap to add a green, and it's a 1/1 creature. You know what? I'm not gonna have enough room to do this. We're just gonna stack the cards like this. All right. Elfheim Druid. Add 2 mana, 0/2. Its ability is tap to add 1 green, or tap to add 2 green. Spend this mana only to cost kicked spells. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Oh gosh, Guide to Chronicler. I don't know how to say that, to be honest. 2 mana, 1/3. Kicker is 4 mana, 3 colorless, 1 red. When it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Not bad. And so, like, I assume you could use this, kick it, and then get another outburst once your Chandra Bold Pyromancer dies, and then you get it back again. So that would be actually pretty good. Another one of the Elfheim Druid. Another Llanowar Elves. Pyromantic Pilgrim. 3 mana, 2 colors, 1 red, 3/1 haste. So that's pretty good. Considering this is... Oh, these are all Dominaria cards, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that if you didn't already figure that out. We have 4 of these guys. Krosan Druid. 3 mana for a 2/3. Kicker, 4 and a green. Whenever it enters the battlefield, if it was kicked, you gain 10 life. Huh. That's not bad, except with Kicker, it cost 8 mana, so I don't know if that's actually worth it or not. Depends on what situation you're in and how much mana you have. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna skip that. Something Hound. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever it attacks, if you control Chandra Planeswalker, this deals 2 damage to any target. So that's not bad. That's definitely good for this deck. And we have 1, 2, 3 of those. Gaia's Protector. It must be blocked if able, and it's a 4 mana 4/2. 4 mana Baloth Gorger. I don't know. 4/4. Kicker is 4 colorless mana. If it was kicked, it enters the battlefield with 3 +1/+1 counters, so it's a 7/7. And you have 2 of those. Fire Elemental, nothing special, just a 5 mana 5/4. You got 3 of those. Yep, 3. Grun the Lonely King, 6 mana 5/5. Kicker 3. If it was kicked, it gets 5 +1/+1 counters on it, so 10/10 for 9. And whenever it attacks alone, it doubles power and toughness until end of turn. Wow. Okay. That's definitely a good card. Primordial Worm. 6 mana, 7/6, nothing special. And then our lands, it looks like. Yep, so 3 mountain. 3 mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 mountains, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 forest. Why do they put it like this? This is very weird. Alright, Shivan Fire. 1 mana, 1 red, kicker for 4. Shivan Fire deals 2 damage to target creature. If its spell was kicked, it does 4 damage instead. That's kind of like a not as good version of his Lightning Bolt. If you don't know what a Lightning Bolt is, it's 1 mana for 3 damage. So it's basically the common version of that. Although I think Lightning Bolt is common, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Gift of Growth, 2 mana, kicker 2, untap target creature. It gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If this creature was kicked, it gets +4/+4 until end of turn. Or if this card was kicked, the spell was kicked, whatever. You get 2 of those. Pierce the Sky, 2 mana, 1 colorless, 1 green. When you play it, Pierce the Sky does 7 damage to target creature with flying. That's pretty good. Flight with Fire, 2 colorless, 1 red. Kicker, 5 and a red. Ooh, that's really expensive. Fight with fire deals 5 damage to target creature. If it was kicked, it deals 10 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. That's not bad. Well, actually, that's pretty bad if depending on how much mana you have. Fiery intervention. Intervention, yeah. 4 mana, 1 red. Choose one. It deals 5 damage to target creature or destroy target artifact. And then you have 4 Timber Gorge, which comes into the battlefield tapped, and it taps for a green or red. So that is your deck, with the whole Chandra deck. I do see a few combos in it. We'll have to see how it does when it actually comes to playing. So I'll set those over here. And then we have 2 Dominaria packs that are inverted for some reason. Alright, so Dominaria. Dominaria, however you want to say it. Foil Karn, probably not going to happen, but you never know, I suppose. So, this is actually in that deck, so that's interesting. Gaitu Chronicler, I still don't know how to say that. Benosh Honor Guard, Artificer's Assistant, Keldon Warcaller, Stronghold Confessor, Crozon Druid, that's also in that deck. Pegasus Courser, that's a very good card. Fungal Infection, Rescue, Yavimaya Sapherd, Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. Was that an uncommon? Yes. Okay, so that was the first uncommon. Actually, I'll read it since it was an uncommon. Flash 3/3 Merfolk Soldier for 5 mana. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target historic permanent you control. If you do, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. Warcry Phoenix, 4 mana for 2/2 Flying Haste. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may pay 2 and a red. If you do, return it to return Warcry Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Damping Sphere, that's a good common. Uncommon, I mean. 2 colorless. It's an artifact. If a land is tapped for 2 or more mana, it produces a colorless instead of any other type and amount. Each spell a player casts costs 1 colorless more to cast for each other spell that player has cast this turn. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay. Alright, Joda Archmage Eternal. 4 mana, 1 colorless, a blue, a red, and a white. Flying, you may pay rainbow rather than pay its mana cost. Rather than pay the mana cost for spells you cast. That's actually not a bad card. So that's our rare. Set it up there. And a swamp and a token. What's the token? Saprolit. Tend to get those a lot, actually. Alright. Last pack. Artificer's Assistant once again. Keldon Warcaller. Healing Grace. Rat Colony. That's actually like a $1 common. Llanowar Scout. Thawid Omnivore. Jousting Lance. Saproling Migration. Blink of an Eye. Seismic Shift. And our first uncommon, Memorial to Folly. Memorial to Folly enters the battlefield tapped. Tap it to add a black. 2 and a black. Tap to sacrifice Memorial to Folly. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Second uncommon, Song of the Frailes. I don't know. 2 mana as for a saga. Until your next, and this is the first 2 turns, until your next turn, creatures you control gain tap to add 1 mana of any color. And the third one is put a +1/+1 counter for each creature you control. Those creatures gain Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible until end of turn. Last uncommon, Juggernaut, 4 colorless for a 5/3. Juggernaut attacks each combat if able, and Juggernaut can't be blocked by walls. And our rare in the pack. Ooh, okay. I think I've actually had one of these. Did I? I don't know. I actually do not remember. Naru Mehe. I don't know. Master Wizard. 2 colorless and 2 blue for a 3/3 flash. When it enters the battlefield, copy target instant or sorcery you control. Instant or sorcery spell you control. You may cast new target. You may choose new targets for the copy. Other wizards you control get +1/+1. So not a bad commander for wizards if you play commander. We'll stick that back there. We have a island and another saproling token. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. If you are a new player looking to, or a returning player to Magic, I would definitely pick this up, and maybe pick the Terraform one up. Speaking of the Terraform one, if you are interested in seeing that, come back sometime soon. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this in terms to the Terraform one. So stay tuned, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will have the Terraform Planeswalker deck up soon. So if you guys enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. I will see you guys on the next one. Remember, I don't know where I was going with that, but here's the Chandra if you want to read it again. And I'll see you guys on the next one.